Well, well, I should say we're totally past the rain of consequence. There may be some showers this afternoon, but we're not expecting those to add to the flooding concern. It's more just assessing what's happened and watching the rivers as they continue to respond to all of the rain we got yesterday. So here's where we stand on our traffic map. I think this is a good way to just take a very broad look so you can see where some of the hardest hit towns are. All of these little icons you see may be a road closed due to high water. Obviously, this map can't capture every single incident, but you can see how most of the problems were in the Northeast Kingdom, the Linden area, St. Johnsbury, Montpelier, the Barre area, and also from Stowe to Waterbury down to Moortown, and then parts of Essex County as well. We'll zoom in a little bit closer. We won't go through every single one, but we'll check on at least a few of these here. In the Linden area, one of the roads closed, as you heard during the press conference, is Route 5, Broad Street, both ways from Boston Street to Hill Street. Was seeing some pictures downtown there. There's water by the Miss Lindenville Diner, near where the Bagel Depot place is too, so they're in pretty rough shape at this hour. Farther to the south, we still have some flood reports from St. Johnsbury into the Connecticut River. Marshfield and Plainfield, two areas hit especially hard. Route 2 in Plainfield closed both ways from Country Club Road to Vermont 214. And as we push a little bit farther to the west, the Stowe area has a smattering of road closures as well. You'll see that Vermont Route 108 up by the Notch is closed at this time. We'll just check on one of these here. The road closed due to flooding, Dewey Hill Road both ways from Goldbrook Circle to Ayers Farm Road. And in the Moortown area, 100B closed both ways from Freeman Hill to Vermont Route 100. We'll also check on the Jericho area. We have one closure here, 128 both ways from Weed Road to Vermont 15. Of course, we're glancing over a lot of towns, and I don't want to leave out New York either, because we did have some issues in Essex County, a couple states of emergency declared there. And just south of Elizabethtown, we have this closure. Route 9 closed both ways from Cobble Hill Lane to Scriver Lane at this time. We'll continue to follow those as we move along. Wanted to quickly show you the highest rainfall totals that we heard of. Heinsberg actually topping the list, over 6 3/4 of an inch. Moortown coming in with 6 inches as well. Over 5 inches from Duxbury, Port Henry, New York, Richmond, Vermont, and several more 5-inch amounts from St. Jay to Moncton, Queechee, and Charlotte. A lot of towns ended up with 1 to 3 inches, but we knew that there would be a few towns that overperformed, and we certainly did see that right in the middle of our region. Southern Vermont, this time around, didn't have too many impacts. So we do have some lingering showers. They're not super heavy, but you may get into maybe a 5-10 minute downpour in parts of Addison County into parts of southern Chittenden County. They are crawling along, so we'll go ahead and just draw a quick storm track on here. We'll track them out about an hour or so as they drift off to the east. So if you're watching from Bristol or Starksboro, this coming in the next 15-20 minutes. Moortown around noon, and Northfield about 12:15 for the rain to start firing up again. And you'll see also off to the right side of the screen a little bit more rain up by Plainfield and Marshfield as well. So where do we go from here? The rivers are still rising or cresting at this hour. Flood Tracker 5 has picked out the most concerning rivers, the ones that we're watching the closest. And I have to say, the Lamoille River at Johnson has my attention. I'll just say that. It's rising, and it's rising into major flood stage. The Passumpsic River up in the Northeast Kingdom cresting now, but still in moderate stage, close to major. The Winooski River at Essex Junction, the Barton River up by Coventry, and another part of the Passumpsic River falling now into minor flood stage. That's good to see. Here is the Johnson River gauge along the Lamoille, and you can see how it's just crossed the major threshold. Now, for reference, the 2023 flood, this number was about 21 feet. So we're still several feet below that, but you can clearly see the trend. It's going up. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. If you know anybody who lives near the Lamoille River, just give them a call. Let them know that this is an evolving situation and you may need to seek higher ground if those waters continue to rise. At Essex Junction, close to where the Winooski meets Lake Champlain. We're about to cross into major flood stage, not quite there yet, but the river level there, about 17.5 feet. On a normal day, it's about 6 feet or so, so about 11 feet above normal. And the Passumpsic River up by St. Johnsbury, it's been hanging around in moderate stage for a while, but we do expect the river to start falling later today into tonight. Over the next 12 hours, on and off showers expected. We'll have temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s, light breeze out of the north, and then we should clear the rest of the showers out as we look towards tonight. Tomorrow should be a fine day if you're getting out there to help with the recovery efforts. Cloudy, a spot shower possible. Over the weekend should be dry, warmer, highs near 90 with some humidity. And oh boy, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the chance for more scattered storms. We're going to obviously focus on the near-term recovery, but it does look like we'll have a little more rain in the forecast as we move past the weekend. So a lot to track here in the Weather Center. Lauren?